Once upon a time, not in a dusty museum or in the pages of a school textbook, but somewhere deep beneath the earth in a fossil-rich canyon, forgotten by time, a curious fossil hunter named Theo was carefully brushing dirt away from what he thought was a typical dinosaur bone. A jaw, maybe, or a femur. But what he uncovered changed not just what we know about dinosaurs, but what we think they knew. Because instead of bone, he hit something smooth, something carved, something impossible. It was a stone piece shaped like a knight. Not the kind that rode horses, but the kind you move in an L shape on a chessboard. Theo blinked, he was miles away from any human settlement, and deeper still, from any evidence of ancient civilization. Yet here was a perfect chess piece, too polished to be accidental, too intentional to be ignored. He kept digging, and soon found more. A rook made of black volcanic glass, a king sculpted from polished amber, and a board made of two-toned fossilized wood. Its 64 squares worn, but unmistakably real. At first, Theo thought it had to be a hoax. Planted by pranksters or a lost artifact, washed from another dig. But carbon dating told a story that no one was ready to believe. The pieces were over 67 million years old. That meant these weren't human relics. They were pre-human, Dino-era, prehistoric, impossible. And yet, here they were, news spread fast, but the scientific community dismissed it as fantasy. Just erosion, they said, or natural shapes mistaken for meaning. But Theo knew he had found something extraordinary, and he wasn't going to give up. So he returned alone, night after night, camped beside the fossil bed, brushing away millions of years of silence with nothing but patience and a soft brush. And one night, under a full moon and the rustle of wind through canyons, he found what he was looking for. Not just more pieces, but writing carved into a cave wall beside the fossil bed were etchings, not words in English or Latin, but shapes, triangles, spirals, paw prints, and something that looked eerily like a scorecard. Theo took pictures, sketched what he saw, and began decoding. What if, he wondered, dinosaurs didn't just roar and hunt and stomp around all day? What if they played? What if strategy, the ability to outthink your opponent, existed long before humans ever placed a pawn on a board? And so, Dino Chess was born, a theory, then a project, then a mission. He recreated the board with replicas, placing the pieces in the exact positions they were found. The pattern wasn't random. It followed an opening, something close to a modern-day queen's gambit. But this was older than queens, older than kings, older than the word strategy itself. Theo spent years studying fossilized claw marks near the board, noticing indentations that matched consistent movement, like a raptor might have nudged a piece with its curved claw. Even more fascinating were the tail sweep marks, as if players sat for long stretches, swinging their tails behind them in thought. He imagined two dinosaurs, maybe a sharp-eyed Velociraptor and a bulky but thoughtful Triceratops, locked in an epic match beneath a fern canopy, one tapping a claw on a stone, the other squinting thoughtfully at the board. No roars, no stomps, just silence and concentration. A battlefield of the mind. His theory gained momentum when more fossil sites began showing up with similar patterns. Grid-like stone arrangements, polished bone pieces with balanced bases, some shaped like T-Rex heads, others like pterodactyl wings. One site in Mongolia revealed a piece shaped like a meteor, placed right at the center. A possible reference to the game's ultimate checkmate move, extinction. It became clear that if this was a game, it wasn't just for fun. It was symbolic, a teaching tool, A ritual, perhaps even a way to simulate survival scenarios. After all, in a world where your next meal might eat you first, thinking ahead wasn't just smart. It was everything. The deeper Theo looked, the more he saw layers of meaning. Opening patterns that mimic migration routes, pieces shaped like herbivores that only moved forward, while predators moved in wild L-shaped strikes. He began to believe that this wasn't just a board game. It was a model of their world. A miniature ecosystem played out on polished stone, where strategy determined survival. Schools began inviting Theo to speak. Kids were fascinated, not just because dinosaurs might have played games, but because they might have thought ahead. They weren't just mindless monsters. They were thinkers, planners, even dreamers. One 8-year-old girl asked, "Did they have tournaments?" And Theo couldn't help but smile. Why not? He imagined a Jurassic championship hosted in a canyon circle, with giant boulders for spectators and the sharpest minds of the era. Stegosauruses calculating, raptors bluffing, ankylosaurs playing defense, and paleosaurs flying overhead.